Let's jump into this article. Introduction to A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol in prose being presented, or excuse me, being a ghost story of Christmas. A Christmas Carol for short, is a story written by the English writer Charles Dickens. It was published for the first time on December 19th, 1843. Well, that was quite a few years ago. Wow. What was that like 100 and almost 200 years ago? 100 and just shy of 80 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. Whew. Charles Dickens, whose other well known works include Great Expectations, David Copperfield, and A Tale of Two Cities, drew inspiration for A Christmas Carol from various traditional Christmas stories and his own childhood experiences. A Christmas Carol, excuse me, A Christmas Carol is a novella with a strong moral message. Dickens wrote it to spread the message of love, hope, generosity, and compassion. It seems that people were very receptive to the message. There's a vocabulary word, receptive. As the book enjoyed great critical and commercial success immediately after its publication, 6,000 copies were sold only in the first week. Now, that is impressive even by today's standards. If you can sell a book 6,000 copies in the first week, whew, you've got one heck of a message. Through A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens appeals for all the good in the world to be brought to light. He wants people to be aware of the difficulties the less fortunate of us have to deal with on a daily basis. He uses the traditional Christmas message of generosity and kindness to draw attention to the plight of the poor and helpless. In fact, the novella has often been classified as an allegory of the Christian theme of redemption. That's right, the Christian theme of redemption. We are saved from evil by Christ. Charles Dickens' message seems to have worked very well at the time. Between the time the novella was published, December 1843, and March 1844, British society experienced a sudden and massive burst of generosity. That is a part of the story that I was not aware of until I read about it recently. The people at the time were reported, the reports at the time pointed out that a lot of wealthy and middle class citizens donated large amounts of money, food, and clothing to homeless people, orphans, and other people in need. This fact was largely attributed to the success of A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol has a simple, straightforward message of kindness to which anyone can relate. It is a timeless tale which underlines humankind's best attributes and encompasses the popular perception about Christmas as a celebration of hope and generosity. Yeah, this being the Christmas season, what better time than now to talk about the generosity and hope that we all should be feeling, especially given how difficult the last few years might have been for some of us. I am using, as usual, ngu.com. I love this website. It's such a great website. It's more than just the news. They have many materials available. The link will be available in the description of this video. You can join me with following this story as we move along. I will attempt to post 2 videos every day so that we can finish the whole story by the time Christmas comes on the 25th of December. We'll see if we can do it. Here's hoping. So there are many questions on this particular material. Each episode will have a list of questions. They pertain to the story itself. So if you'd like to jump in with some of the questions and see how much you understood, here's a great place to do it. Where did Charles Dickens draw inspiration from while writing A Christmas Carol? Well, if you remember, in the very beginning, we talked about it from his own childhood experience and many stories he heard at the time. And what was the purpose of the story? Leave a comment. Let me know. Answer any one of these comments. Also, you have language practice. You can practice determine or find the meaning of each word. It's multiple guess, multiple choice. So you can answer the question, what is inspiration? Admiration and praise, the act of thinking about pleasant things, or the process that takes place when somebody sees or hears something that causes them to have exciting new ideas. Which one do you think it is? Leave a comment down below. As usual, various, straightforward, and always to the point. Here we go. True or false questions. You can answer those on your own. And of course, if you want to get into the discussion, jump down into the comments section or into the description of this video, and you can join me for a class. We can discuss this video. And if we get enough people, we might be able to start a small group discussion going before Christmas. And I would like to continue this, read all about it with other works later in the year, next year. So I want to thank you for joining me today on my first episode of A Christmas Carol. This is by special request by one or two of my students who will remain unnamed at the moment, but I really appreciate you joining me today. If you like this video, be sure to like it, leave a comment down below, answer any questions, and join me tomorrow, later today, for the first installment in the story, The First Spirit. Thanks. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining me on this reading of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And if you want to continue the story, just click on the box right over there. I'm always grateful for your support, so please remember to like and subscribe for more from All About English. Merry Christmas.